Totally. I still will go back because that was like my favorite thing on the internet when the internet was being born, and I'll still go back and see how it is every once in a while. It holds up. It's still so funny. Love that stuff. But yeah, it was just the name of his girlfriend was Marzipan, and she was just this sweet, like, oh, home servant, okay, Marzipan, oh.
Ashmanic tells me that I'm thinking of meringue.
Meringue
is crunchy. It's like a foamy thing that like dries out and then it's crunchy.
It's basically just egg whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she listening downstairs and just chatting you?
Yes. She's
and marzipan's just like you make stuff out of it on the cake shows.
Yeah, isn't it like kind of chewy? I feel like you put on the outside I don't know. Anyway, I guess I should stop talking about it.
A layer around it of a layer around the cake of marzipan, which is just like, oh, it looks like it's a solid mass.
Hey, Andrew, this is my favorite scotch so far.
Oh, we did it! We did it!
There's one left, but you did a really good job choosing these. Like this is a delightful journey.
I try to put them together so that we have fun along the way.
Yeah.
And even if we don't, we have whiskey along the way.
Is there a thought about which one comes in which sequence?
There is something. So over the years, we've had a whiskey society that's been going for 13 years at work, which is phenomenal. But we've tried so many different things, and we used to try tasting them and kind of putting them in order. But and then we tried to put the peated ones at the end because we thought the peat would like outweigh any other thing. What we found most often works is you go by alcohol content, and if you start low and just get higher, you can generally taste each subsequent one.
Yeah, totally, that makes sense. And you're still holding it together. If you started high alcohol,
if I'm going to put water in this, I'm going to have to put some more in it, and I don't know if I
don't think
you didn't see it, but I tried to add water, and I added like too much water, and
that's okay. I mean,
all right, I'm just going to go ahead and do it with this. I'm going to put a little bit of water in this tiny little. I only have a little bit in here, so put a drip drop.
Oh, I like that actually. I put like a whole quarter of a straw of water in there, but it's pretty good. It's mellowed. I kind of like this as like a mellow with a little bit of water in it because it's subtle, but you still have all those flavors, but they're a little bit subdued with the water.
Yeah, it's softer. It does open it up.
Yeah.
It's more like a cotton candy than a meringue.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that analogy. Just like, oh yeah, cotton candy. Candy.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, but the cotton candy that like, that the angels created, like, the manna of cotton candy. It's really, really good.
That made me think of, I went to this back when we could all convene in groups, like an art fair, farmers market sort of thing, and there were people that were making specialty cotton candy, making shapes out of cotton candy with different colors and different shapes and stuff. They were like cotton candy artists. It was almost like a balloon artist, but for cotton candy, and you could eat the thing afterwards. It was
pretty
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they were gigantic because they all had these absurd shapes and stuff going on. So you held a little stick, and then it was like the size of a giant balloon.
But really, ultimately, just 3 tablespoons of sugar is all it is.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I like this with water.
I think with water, it's good because I think it's going to lead into our final one just nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like this one better with water than just it alone. Maybe coming off of the other one that was super bright, it was like a lot of complex flavors, and the water kind of subdued it and kind of.
Yeah, so far all of them I would recommend with or without water. I think though for all of them I like a bit more with a bit of water. All of them, and I think
Cool.
Oh, that's so good, man. I mean, it's gone, but that smell. God, this is such a nice nose.
Yeah. I love thinking about the amount of work that goes into these, just like a labor of love. It's like when you appreciate any object because like, oh man, somebody put their heart and soul into this thing. And that's so much with whiskey, like so much with scotch. It's like, oh man, we're going to work hard and and do this thing and then wait 50 years. And then we're going to have like a little bottle of something. It's perfect.
It's it's an art form. It really is. And meeting some of the still men and still women that run the stills, just when they're watching the new make spirit come off of the still, there's a number of them that can just like look at it and just be watching it. And even though nobody in their right mind would see any difference between the head and the heart, like where it comes down in alcohol enough percentage where it's like, oh yeah, there's the part that we want to take as the center cut.
Cool.
And spin it over. But they're so good, like they'll go, oh, there it is, and they'll go pull it over to specific gravity, boom, yep, it's at 72% or whatever, and yep, let's start cutting it over and taking a cut. You're like, that's just experience. That's just having watched this day after day after day, and suddenly you just kind of go, oh, it just sounds different, or it looks different. I know it's right now.
Oh, that's so good. I love that level of expertise is so cool. I'm in quarantine, we're all looking for stuff to do. I've been watching doing master classes because they're fun. There's one that's just about Texas style barbecue. And that one is also one that's just kind of like, yeah, I could write this down on a piece of paper, but you kind of have to feel it. You kind of have to know how fire works and how smoke works. And I love that. It's like an encapsulated smaller version of what scotch is, of just like knowing the peat, knowing when to add the thing, as you said, like knowing when to take it out.